Hey everyone, it is Dr. Cal Olson at Chiropractic First of Rockford, and I want to share a thought of the week today and give some additional statistics about just how prevalent prescription drug usage is in the US. So, if I were to ask you, what percentage of people do you think in the United States right now, on a yearly average, are taking at least one prescription medication? It may not surprise you to know that it's more than half of the US population that's taking a prescription medication. In fact, the most recent statistic coming from our FDA comes from the year 2023 that I could find, and said that it's about 70% of Americans, adults specifically, 18 and older, are taking at least one prescription medication. And if you look at people that take actually multiple prescriptions, it's about 50% of those people are taking at least two or more medications. So that puts it at 50%, I'm sorry, about 70% of the US population is on at least one, but 35% is on two or more. Now, we live in a country that has maybe the most robust healthcare system in the world, or at least the medical healthcare system. We're also the most expensive. And it shows in just how prevalent medication usage is in our population. While we as a group represent only about 4.5% of the world's total population by volume, we actually take a little over 8% of the world's prescribed medications each year, which is by far the highest ratio of any country, developed or not, in the world. The amount that we're taking is actually increasing more and more, and not just the amount we take, but how long we actually take it for during our lifetime. So a couple more additional statistics to shed more light on just how prevalent it's become. Let's talk about the difference between men and women. First of all, women are more likely to take a prescription medication than men. And again, we're talking ages 18 or older, so what are considered adult. If you're a female, it's about 71% of females are taking a prescription medication. And if you're male, the number is about 59%. So you're already more likely as a woman to be taking a medication, but you're also likely to be taking one for a longer period of your life. So they looked at and they said from age 18 on, someone that's born in the year 2019, how much of their life are we expecting them to be on at least one prescription? For men, it's about 48% of their life. So about 50% of their life, they're expected to be on at least one. But for women, it's closer to 60%. And that number, that percentage has increased year over year for quite some time. So someone born in the year 2019 or later, the expectation in our country is that they're going to spend at a minimum half their life with at least one medication. So we're not talking about taking a round of antibiotics or a pain reliever for a short period of time following a procedure or something like that. These are medications that overwhelmingly are becoming prevalent because they are lifestyle medications. They're ones that you're expected to be on for many years of your life to control a chronic issue. In fact, the 5 most prescribed classes of medication in our country right now: first is blood pressure, second is diabetes, third is anti-inflammatory or pain relief, the fourth is cholesterol medication, and the fifth is antidepressants. And overwhelmingly, those are ones that you're diagnosed with most commonly when you're a young adult or toward middle age sometimes. And the expectation is that you're taking that medication or some variation of that medication, and the longer you're on it, probably multiple medications for the rest of your life. But here's where I want to shed some light and say that there's hope. The majority of those medications that I listed off, blood pressure, diabetes, pain relief, cholesterol, and antidepressants, there's a large portion of those that are actually lifestyle dependent. And that's not to say that you can get off of every medication, but there's a good chance that you can reduce that medication or reduce the need or the frequency of those if you're willing to make lifestyle changes, even if it's done after you have the diagnosis or after you have symptoms. Your body is meant to heal, and so giving it every chance early in life to avoid those, of course, is ideal. But even if you're somebody who doesn't have that opportunity anymore, I want you to know that there's an opportunity to actually increase your health by changing certain aspects of your lifestyle. So if your goal is to get off of those medications, if you decide that you want to manage your health without needing to take a pill on a regular basis, it's very possible. You don't have to be a statistic. And the other thing that we work with people and say is you don't have to wake up tomorrow and be this perfect, healthy human being. Many of us have many areas of our life that if we make small changes over a period of time, it's going to be a more sustainable change, but the results will build positively. So Medication is very prevalent in our country, and for many people, that's the way they choose to manage their health. They're okay with the risks, the side effects, whatever it might be. And thankfully, we live in a country where we still have that right and that chance to choose. Thankfully, we live in a country where if you do choose to go that route, you have maybe the most access to those kind of pathways of care. But if you are somebody that's looking for something else, that feels like they want to reduce the load of medication that they're taking or possibly avoid down the road, understand that your body was made to heal, and that chiropractic can be a vital part of maintaining a healthy, functioning internal environment to not need those things. Have a great day.